Hi, thanks for joining me. So before I get started today, I just want to welcome some of the new viewers to my channel. I've had a lot of people subscribe recently, and thank you very much. I hope that you enjoy the upcoming content. And if you're interested in going back and checking out some of my older content, I would definitely recommend my Japanese video game pickups with gameplay. That's going to be pretty much all the Japanese Dreamcast games that I get. I normally show off a couple minutes of footage from each of them, talk about my initial impressions of them that I've played, and I think they're a lot of fun. I've done a couple other videos in that format, so I'd recommend that you seek some of those out if you're interested. But I want to get started here with a 2014 year in review. Some other YouTubers that I follow have done similar videos. I believe X Return to Mother Base. I think Ultimate Floyd did one. They were all very interesting. So my 2014 was it was interesting. I think both personally and video game wise. I didn't feel like I was able to game the way that I'm used to and the way that I wanted to this year. Things just changed, I think, a little bit for me, and so I kind of went with that. Interestingly enough, I played a lot of PlayStation Vita this year. This was a Vita-heavy year, which is good. The Vita is a very good system, and I really enjoy it. So it was fun playing those games. A lot of great games have come out for it. And I think I also I went to some kind of comfort things for me, I guess. I played some visual novels that I think were kind of fun, sort of romantic adventure style games. I played some retro RPGs, and I played some sort of arcadey style games, especially SHMUPS, which was pretty interesting. So I'm just going to go over here a few of my, I guess, highlights or top games, or just the stuff that I played. If you guys watch my channel, you'll be familiar with some of this stuff, but I guess I'm just gonna kind of pick through some of my things here. I tried out Persona 4 Golden. I didn't get super far in this. I got maybe 10, 11 hours into it, and this was alright. There were some things about it that kind of bugged me, or weren't the way I was expecting, and it didn't hook me the way that I wanted. So I may give that one another try. Additionally, Hatsune Miku Project Diva F 2nd came out. Now this actually was my game of the year, Project Diva F, last year, and I definitely have had a lot of fun playing this one. I would say it doesn't quite stand up to the previous game. But it's just more of the same stuff, and I've definitely been enjoying playing that. Criminal Girls Invitation. This is a Japanese import. This was actually given to me as a Christmas gift by one of my friends, and you can see my video on that. But I really enjoyed this. I made a review of it. I only played one of the routes. I'd really still like to go back and play some more of them. But I'm sure you guys know this game is coming out here very soon in the US, a localized version of it. So really just amazed to see that. And I'll probably talk a little bit more about this game later on. Another game I played a lot of this year on the Vita is Chomegami Shinko Noir Gekishin Blackheart. This was a whole lot of fun. I haven't really gotten to sit down and make a review video of it the way that I'd like. This is also coming out here relatively soon. I think it's in March, so I'll try to get some more information about this up before it has its US release. I'd also like to beat it. I still have not finished this game, but I'm pretty close. If you want, I'll link to where I talk just a little bit more about the game, but I don't go in depth about it. Another one I checked out this year that I didn't talk about a lot was this game here, mostly because I didn't get that far in it yet, but this is, what is it, Chojigen Action Neptune U, I believe, and this was fun. This is, I guess it's in the style of the, what do you call them, the Senran Kagura action games, but obviously with the Neptunia characters, and I don't think you can really go wrong there. What I played of it was really quite enjoyable. I don't know how much of a button masher action game player I am, but that was definitely fun. And last up on the Vita, something I definitely enjoyed and finished. Still haven't platinumed it, and I really kind of wanted to, but unfortunately it's just proven difficult. That is Hyperdimension Neptunia PP, Producing Perfection. Really enjoyed that game. So like I said, very Vita heavy. Not only that, those are the retail releases that I played and enjoyed. Additionally, I played some download-only games on the Vita that were really fun. The standout one is probably Monster Monpiece. I did beat that game. I did put a review of that game up as well. So I very, very much enjoyed that game too. Next up, you guys might remember I was getting some of the Anime Play sort of interactive DVD games, and I played Day of Love and Amusement Park. I believe I put little kind of gameplay impressions of both of these up. These were fun. It was fun. They're games you can play on just sort of any DVD player. They're romantic adventure games, kind of visual novel-ish. I don't like abusing that word because I think it means something kind of specific to me, but I would call these more like digital comics. But they're really pretty simple, and they're not. They both have some pretty significant flaws. If you guys want to check out my impressions of them, you can find out some more information. But I spent like $10 or $20 on each of these. I wouldn't spend any more than that on them. But for that price, they're pretty cool to check out. I definitely enjoyed my time with them. This year, I was able to knock one game off of my bucket list, which is always really cool. I played Stalkers, and this was tremendously fun. And I don't want to talk it up too much because this is also a really flawed game. At this point, I would say the graphics aren't that good. They really don't hold up. Reading older reviews of them, it seems like people thought the graphics were good back then, but they're not really anymore. Not only that, it's sort of the storyline isn't that great. The world isn't that amazing. It's not very big. It's not all that long. But all of that stuff aside, the core gameplay is really fun. And I just loved my time with this. I really enjoyed playing it. It's kind of the first roguelike, so to speak, that I've played, and I'd really like to check out other roguelikes now, especially, maybe going back and playing some more Sorcery Saga, or just some of the Mystery Dungeon games. Very much enjoyed playing Stalkers. Let's see, some other highlights of this year, I would say, was just getting into SHMUPS more. This just scratches the surface of the SHMUPS that I really played this year, but one I haven't talked about, I shouldn't say this year, last year, is Raiden Fighter's Aces. This game is really great. In fact, I think that this has risen to the top of, definitely of the Raiden games that I've played, but possibly even the SHMUPS that I've played in general. This may be one of my absolute favorite SHMUPS of all time. I really, really enjoyed this, and it has 3 games on it in the series. I really only played the first one and then just kind of checked out the other 2. But just the different ship types that you can play. I really like that you can pick, what your ship and what your style of play is going to be at the beginning, and then it just, I feel like it simplified the upgrade pickups and all of that stuff, and it's just extremely fun. Really, really can't recommend that one enough. That was, I would say, easily a highlight of 2014, despite having not come out in that year. Also, other stuff I talked about, like here, the Shooting, Volume 37. This is, what is it called? I think it's Shenryu, and Shenryu Explosion. These were really, really good, especially the sequel Explosion. And I'm pretty sure I played so many of these this year that it's hard for me to remember which ones I actually finished and which ones I didn't. Raiden 4, I believe I got right up to the end and just couldn't quite finish the last boss. I played Raiden 3. I played Sengoku Blade and finished that one. I played Sengoku Ace. I tried out a whole bunch of shmups, and I'm getting into them a lot more. I'd like to do a kind of a follow-up video where I talk about the the shmups that I've really enjoyed, show off some gameplay, that kind of stuff. Another game I played quite a bit of this year, and it kind of falls into the kind of arcade-style games I've been playing, is RC Day Go. I may do a video about this sometime soon. It's basically a radio-controlled car simulator, so RC cars, and it plays a lot like other games of that genre, like RC Pro-Am and that kind of thing. But it's a little more realistic and a little less, maybe less kind of just goofy and unrealistic, I guess, than that particular game. But it's really cool. It has an upgrade system, kind of like, Gran Turismo and those sort of racing games. And I really enjoyed that. I'm stuck finishing the last, race or two on that for the time being. We'll see how long that lasts. And just also, checking out a lot of PlayStation sort of more obscure, budget games in the Simple series. They were in that series in Japan. I've made some videos about these recently, card games in particular. I played a lot of this recently, and it was so much fun. I got really hooked on this game called President, and I think there are some other names for the game, so I'll let you look it up though. But President it hooked me. I don't know what it is. I feel like I've gotten pretty good at it too. You pretty much are playing with four people total, and one person ends up being president, one person ends up being vice president, and then you get poor man and super poor man. So you're kind of competing to get the highest position each round, and I just found it incredibly fun and really addicting. So definitely having a lot of fun checking those sort of games out. This year I beat a couple of the Metal Slugs, which was really fun. And I didn't talk about this either, but I spent quite a bit of time playing Miraculum. This is a PC FX game. This is an RPG, a very orthodox kind of traditional style RPG. But being on the PC FX, it has some pretty cool full motion video scenes. And I don't know, at first I just thought it was generic and kind of lame, which, I think it is in a way, but that can be a really good thing with these RPGs sometimes when you want that traditional JRPG experience. And, all that aside, I think it actually was quite fun. The characters they're pretty good. They're good enough that I kind of enjoyed this more than I was expecting. And I'd actually really like to keep going with it. And, of course, make more videos of, some of these things. That was my big frustration is, I didn't finish a lot of games that I played this year. I definitely finished some, and most of those I made videos about, so you guys can check those out. But, I'm used to having the time and the motivation to, start something and follow it through to its full completion. And I struggled with that much more this year than I have previous years. So I'm hoping that in 2015... things are actually, I think, going to be quite different for me, and they might be quite different for my channel, I think in positive ways, so we'll see, how that all goes. But anyway, looking back on this year, like I said, really enjoyed the Vita. I think it's really come into its own, and, I just spent some time, I think, getting in touch with kind of genres, some of which I don't play a lot, like roguelikes and things like that, or shmups that I've really started to get into, and just sort of enjoying old favorites like old arcade-style games, or the occasional, traditional JRPG, or sort of just simple, romantic adventure games and stuff like that. So it's been quite a decent year, just not everything that I might have been expecting when it started. I would say, I guess I did play one big, kind of Western-style RPG, but it was Japanese-developed, which was Dragon's Dogma. That was right at the beginning of the year, and I have a video up about that, a lot of impressions. Very, very interesting game, but I really want to see a sequel to it, because I think the first game was so flawed that I think the sequel would fix a lot of stuff. But I guess if I had to pick top games of 2014 for me, Hyperdimension Neptunia PP is right up there. I think this is just short of being number one because it is I guess, like, getting platinum and stuff on this, it is really grindy and tedious and difficult in some ways. Even just sort of, I mean, most of what it is unlocking the various scenes that you can get with all of the characters. And, you know, I think it's just short of being excellent, and, you know, it's more of really good for fans of Neptunia and the characters in the games, or, like, fans of... I really think that this plays like a you know, visual novel or kind of a romantic adventure game. You really are kind of playing through and like getting the you know, a route with each of the girls in the game, and it's great. It's fun. I really liked it. One thing I liked, I think, the most about this was just getting to know the characters more. This breathes, I think, a lot more life into the characters somehow, and it's... I don't know, like, I guess characters that maybe I didn't like as much in the other JRPG games, like, I grew to like them more because of playing this game, which was cool. I think Vert, in particular, she's a really cool look at the way that, I guess, these developers in particular sort of created an archetype of the American video gamer. Which I just thought was really fun in that. So that's sort of just shy of my game of the year. And another one I think that's in that same camp is Chomegami Shinko Noir Gekishin Blackheart. This was really fun for me. And some of the scenes in this are hysterical, like just side-splittingly. I was just laughing out loud. It's just crazy, and it's so funny. But, you know, there weren't... for me, there weren't laugh-out-loud moments enough, and some of that might have been just because I was playing this in Japanese, but I did feel like, you know, when you get down to the core gameplay, I like that there are so many characters in this, but it does mean that you sort of end up cycling through characters, and, you know, each handful of boards, you're introduced to new characters, like they're having to kind of bring new characters in, and I don't know, somehow it just it felt a little up and down to me, and I still haven't finished the game, so that's another thing where I'm kind of reserving judgment on it. I think when it comes down to it, my game of the year this year, if I had to pick one, would be Criminal Girls Invitation. And, you know, it's interesting for me to say that, but I think this combines a lot of elements that I really like. It has the romantic adventure game elements to it. It has RPG elements to it. It's kind of a simple but unique RPG system, and I really think it works well. And this game was just, it was really charming and fun, and I, again, don't believe that they're bringing it out here. But... you know, maybe that's a testament to the fact that, you know, I enjoyed this game so much in 2014 that, you know, they thought that it warranted a release here in the West. So, you know, if you guys haven't, I would definitely recommend check out my review of this game, and, you know, consider picking it up when it comes out. Definitely a whole lot of fun, and Criminal Girls Invitation is my game of the year for 2014. So I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this, and I hope you'll join me again for more video game and anime-related videos. Thanks for watching.